Rebecca Hamilton sat in the upscale restaurant, checking her watch for the third time at 42. She had built a marketing empire worth hundreds of millions, but her mother had been relentless about grandchildren, and her business partner had finally convinced her to try a matchmaking service. They had promised to find her someone suitable, someone accomplished, educated, established, someone who understood the demands of running a company. Rebecca glanced at the door, expecting to see the venture capitalist her matchmaker had described. Instead, she saw a man in jeans and a brown sweater approaching her table. He was handsome, maybe late 30s. With an uncertain smile, behind him, holding his hand, was a little girl in a pink hoodie. Rebecca's heart sank. There had clearly been a mistake. "Rebecca Hamilton?" the man asked. "Yes," she replied, forcing a professional smile. "I'm Daniel Chen," he said. "I think there's been some confusion with the reservation." "Confusion?" Rebecca repeated. Daniel showed her his phone. "I booked this table for my daughter Maya's birthday dinner," he explained. "But the hostess said someone named Hamilton already had it reserved, and she suggested we might be willing to share since the restaurant is fully booked tonight." Rebecca looked at the little girl, who was watching her with curious dark eyes. "It's your birthday?" Rebecca asked. Maya nodded shyly. "I'm 7 today." Rebecca glanced around the restaurant. Every table was full. Her actual blind date clearly wasn't coming. She had a choice. Eat alone while a little girl spent her birthday waiting, or share the table, please. "Sit down," Rebecca heard herself say. Daniel looked relieved. "Thank you. We won't intrude on your evening." "It's fine," Rebecca assured him. "My dinner companion doesn't seem to be showing up anyway." As they settled in, Rebecca couldn't help but notice the care Daniel took with Maya. He helped her into her seat, explained the menu in terms she could understand, and asked what she wanted rather than ordering for her daddy. "Can I have the pasta?" Maya asked. "It's your birthday," Daniel said with a smile. "You can have whatever you want." Maya beamed. The waiter appeared, and Rebecca ordered wine while Daniel ordered water. "Not drinking?" Rebecca asked. "I'm driving," Daniel explained. "And I have Maya." Rebecca found herself curious despite herself. "What do you do, Daniel?" "I'm a teacher," he replied. "High school history, it doesn't pay much, but I love it." "And Maya's mother?" Rebecca asked, then immediately regretted the personal question. "She passed away 3 years ago," Daniel said quietly. "Cancer. It's just been Maya and me since then." Rebecca felt her throat tighten. "I'm so sorry." "Thank you," Daniel said. "We're doing okay, aren't we, Maya?" Maya nodded, but Rebecca saw the sadness behind the little girl's smile as dinner progressed. Something unexpected happened. Rebecca found herself genuinely enjoying there company. Maya told stories about school with the unfiltered honesty of childhood. Daniel asked Rebecca about her work with genuine interest. "You run your own company?" Maya asked, eyes wide. "That's so cool." "It has its moments," Rebecca admitted. "Do you have kids?" Maya asked. "Maya," Daniel said gently. "That's a personal question." "It's okay," Rebecca said. "No, I don't have children. I've always been too focused on work." "That's sad," Maya said with childlike bluntness. "Kids are the best part." Daniel looked embarrassed. But Rebecca laughed. "You know what, Maya? You might be right." When dessert arrived, the waiter brought out a small cake with candles for Maya. The entire restaurant sang "Happy Birthday." Maya's face lit up with pure joy. Rebecca felt something shift in her chest. After dinner, as they prepared to leave, Daniel approached Rebecca. "Thank you for sharing your table," he said. "You made Maya's birthday special." "It was my pleasure," Rebecca replied. Surprised to find she meant it, Maya tugged on Rebecca's sleeve. "Can you come to my next birthday too?" she asked. Rebecca looked at Daniel, who seemed embarrassed by his daughter's request. "We'll see," Rebecca said gently. Daniel handed her a card. "That's my number," he said, "in case you ever need a history tutor." He was joking, but his eyes held something else. Hope. Maybe over the next few weeks. Rebecca found herself thinking about that dinner, about Daniel's patience with Maya, about the little girl's infectious enthusiasm. She called the matchmaking service. "What happened to my date?" she asked. "Mr. Harrison had an emergency," they explained. "We tried to reach you, but your phone went to voicemail." Rebecca remembered she had turned it off for the dinner. Would you like us to schedule another match? They asked. Rebecca thought about the venture capitalists and executives they would send, men who would understand her work but not necessarily her heart. No, she said. I think I'm good. Instead, she called the number on Daniel's card. Hi, this is Rebecca Hamilton, she said when he answered. I know this is unconventional, but would you and Maya like to have dinner again? My treat this time? There was a pause. Are you serious? Daniel asked. Completely, Rebecca replied. They met at a more casual restaurant this time. Maya wore her pink hoodie again and chattered excitedly about school. Daniel seemed more relaxed, less worried about imposing. Can I ask you something? Rebecca said to Daniel after Maya had excused herself to look at the fish tank. Of course. Why did you say yes to this dinner? Rebecca asked. You must know we come from very different worlds. Daniel was quiet for a moment because Maya hasn't stopped talking about you since her birthday, he said. And because I haven't either, if I'm honest, Rebecca felt her heart race. I'm not great at relationships, she admitted. I work too much. I'm set in my ways. I've built my life around my career. I'm not exactly a catch either, Daniel replied with a self-deprecating smile. I'm a single dad with limited income and no prospects for wealth. But you're happy, Rebecca observed. Most days, Daniel agreed. Maya makes that easy. Over the following months, they continued to meet. Rebecca learned about Daniel's life, about the challenges of single parenthood, about sacrificing career advancement to be present for his daughter. Daniel learned about Rebecca's drive, about the loneliness of success, about building an empire while wondering what it was all for. Maya became the bridge between their worlds. She asked Rebecca about business with genuine curiosity. She showed Rebecca the importance of being present, of celebrating small moments 6 months after that accidental first dinner. Rebecca and Daniel sat on a park bench watching Maya play. My mother thinks I've lost my mind, Rebecca admitted. Why? Daniel asked. Because I'm dating a teacher with a daughter instead of a CEO with a portfolio, Rebecca said. Are we dating? Daniel asked with a smile, aren't we? Rebecca replied. Daniel took her hand. I need you to understand something, he said seriously. Maya comes first, always, if you're not ready for that. If you can't commit to being part of her life, we should stop this now. Rebecca looked at Maya. Now teaching another child how to pump on the swings? I'm terrified, Rebecca admitted. I don't know how to be a parent. I don't know if I can be what she needs. Nobody knows how to be a parent until they are one, Daniel said. And you're already better than you think. How do you figure? Rebecca asked. Because you care enough to be scared, Daniel replied. That's where good parenting starts. A year after that mix-up at the restaurant, Rebecca stood in her office with a decision to make. Her board wanted her to relocate to New York for a major expansion. It would triple the company's value. It would also mean leaving Daniel and Maya. Rebecca thought about the woman she'd been 2 years ago, the one who would have jumped at this opportunity without hesitation. Then she thought about Sunday mornings making pancakes with Maya, about Daniel's hand in hers during movies, about the family they were building. Together she called her board. I'm staying, she said. Promote someone else to lead the New York office. I'll remain CEO here. You're turning down this opportunity? Her CFO asked, shocked. I'm not turning it down, Rebecca corrected. I'm making a different choice. That evening, she met Daniel and Maya at their usual restaurant, the same one where they'd first met. I have something to tell you both, Rebecca said. Maya looked up from her coloring. I've been offered a promotion that would require me to move to New York. Rebecca explained. She saw Daniel's face fall. But I've decided to stay here, Rebecca continued, because I've realized that success isn't just about business growth. It's about growing the parts of your life that matter most. She looked at Maya. And you matter most to me. Maya launched herself at Rebecca for a hug. Daniel's eyes were bright with tears. Are you sure? He asked. I've never been more sure of anything, Rebecca replied. 6 months later, they married in a small ceremony. Maya was the flower girl and took her role very seriously. Rebecca's business partner gave a toast 2 years ago. Rebecca thought she needed someone who matched her success, he said. Instead, she found someone who taught her what success really means. Daniel added his own toast. I thought Maya and I were doing fine on our own, he said. But Rebecca showed us we could be extraordinary together. Years later, Rebecca would tell people about the blind date that never happened, about sitting at a table meant for someone else, about meeting a teacher and his daughter who changed everything. Her company continued to thrive, but Rebecca learned to measure success differently, not in quarterly earnings, but in family dinners, not in market share, but in Maya's school plays, not in business deals, but in the life they built together. Sometimes the best things come from plans gone wrong. Sometimes the person you're supposed to meet isn't the one who shows up. And sometimes sharing a table with strangers becomes sharing a life with family. Rebecca had gone looking for an heir to build a dynasty. Instead, she found a teacher and a little girl who taught her what truly matters, and that, she decided, was worth more than any empire. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment about a time when life's unexpected turns led you somewhere better than planned.